Off to the Everglades. I'm only one on this bus. So hopefully a couple more people will come. I'm at the top of the bus. There goes the bus driver over there. I don't know what the heck he's doing. At the top of the bus, waiting for the driver to come back. Going to Everglades. Hopefully you see some gators. Oh, here comes some more people. That's the bus driver. I think I'm gonna stay up here. Man, this is great. I'd come just to go on this bus ride. Whoa, he's going fast now. Oh, he just went through a red light. Whoa. Now I gotta check in and give him the rest of the money. Hi. Grim, G-R-I-M-M.
And for which tour is that?
Everglades.
Everglades. Let's see. Green?
Grim, G-R-I-M-M. G-R-I-M-M. Maybe they, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they
Spelled it. Yeah. Yeah, they spell it wrong.
They changed your last name for today. So it's $30?
Yeah.
Okay. And your bus bus is gonna be arriving any moment right now. It's the coach bus, okay? So just
Okay.
wear your sticker and line up in the side of the window.
Okay, thanks.
One second, guys.
Okay. Wow, this guy's got a lot of, looks like ketchup in there. Oh, those are earplugs.
Everyone?
Magic. Man, you're good at that.
What's your name, sir?
Grimm, Grimm. I think they spelled it wrong. Ralph.
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 Could it be the one with the name?
I don't see it. Yeah, that's me.
All the way in the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What's a good seat in the top?
On the top is always better because you're going to have a better view.
Okay.
Hi.
John Dallas. Pardon, John.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sit in the front. Wow. It's like you're almost driving the bus.
I know.
That's cool.
It is.
I never had this before. That's why I'm documenting the whole thing.
Oh, it's fun.
It's something to do, and I'm by myself, so.
There you go.
Van a ver encima de las ventanas este concreto que se sobresale. Nosotros le llamamos pestañas. Las pestañas fueron construidas en los años 1922 debido a que no existía el aire acondicionado en ese entonces. Y lo que hacíamos es que bloqueamos el sol en horas de la tarde, así de esa manera las habitaciones se mantenían unos grados más frescas. Right here in Española Way, we have two excellent places to eat. One will be in Cuban Place, Havana 1957, and Old Mexico. Excellent food, excellent price.
Oh.
Aquí tenemos dos restaurantes muy buenos, uno es mexicano, se llama Old Mexico, el otro es cubano. Havana 1957, muy buena comida, muy buenos precios. Also, for those of you that remember an old TV show by the name of Miami Inc. There you go, so yes, Miami Inc.
Yeah.
Is right here, guys, on the right hand side. This is a place that filmed the old TV show, Miami Inc.
Right
Aquí
there it
tenemos
is.
este lugar que dice Miami Inc.
I used to
El
watch that
famoso programa
show.
de televisión llamado La Tinta Miami fue televisada en este mismo establecimiento. Also, right in front of the bus, you'll be seeing this beautiful old tall art building, Art Deco building. This beautiful building is the Miami Beach Police Department, and it was also used for the movie My Boy for Life. Este edificio Art Deco alto que tenemos aquí a la mano derecha.
Feels like we're. It feels like we're
Alright,
racing
guys,
this
so right here
guy.
on the right hand side, we have the beautiful rich and famous islands. Aquí tenemos las islas de los ricos y famosos a la mano derecha. I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of houses up here. The first house is going to be this beautiful white house in the corner. The beautiful house belongs to Shakira, the Colombian singer Shakira, Shakira. Aquí tenemos la primera casa que les voy a estar enseñando. Esta casa en la esquina de color blanco pertenece a Shakira, la cantante colombiana. Shakira, Shakira. Right next to Shakira we have Gloria Estefan, the Cuban singer. También tenemos la casa de Gloria Estefan, la cantante cubana. And the most important house in this island, the beautiful two-story house with a red roof and a big boat right next to a bridge. That's my house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes. I'm only short like about 20 millions. Only 20 millions, no big deal. Sí, esta última casita que usted ve aquí a la mano derecha, con el bote en la parte de atrás, pegado al puente, no me van a creer, pero esa es mi casa. Sí, solamente estamos cortos $20 millones. No es nada, no venía, ¿verdad? All these islands are all artificial islands, they're man-made. Las islas son completamente artificiales, hechas por el hombre. The water here is really shallow, it's only like about 10 feet of water. El agua es de poca profundidad, solamente tiene 10 pies de profundidad. All these islands are all man-made. We have a total of 23 artificial islands. Todas estas islas son completamente artificiales, hechas por el hombre. On the left hand side, we have the Port of Miami, the biggest port that we have in the U.S., second in the world. También tenemos el puerto de Miami. Aquí la mano izquierda, el puerto de Miami es el puerto más grande de los Estados Unidos, el segundo en tamaño del mundo. On the next island coming up, you guys are going to be able to see this beautiful property full of coconut tree and palm trees. This house belongs to Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips will be the person who invented the little blue pill, Viagra. Maybe that's why he has so many coconut trees standing up. Aquí tenemos esta propiedad en la esquinita con muchas matitas de coco. Esta casa pertenece al Dr. Phillips. El Dr. Phillips es la persona que inventó la pastilla azul de Viagra. A lo mejor por eso que las matitas de coco están bien derechitas. Alright, so Miami Beach has remain exit. What will be Highway 395, 195, and also Venetian Crossway. The one that we are riding right now, it will be 395. El área de Miami Beach cuenta con 3 entradas, 3 salidas, una hacia la carretera 395, que es la que estamos transitando en este momento, la 195, también el puente de las Islas Venecianas. 22 by Henry Flagler, that was the only connection between Miami and Miami Beach at that time. Aquí tenemos a la mano derecha el puente de las Islas Venecianas. Este precioso puente fue construido en los años 1922 por el señor Henry Flagler. Este es el puente más antiguo conectando Miami Beach con el área de Miami. On the left hand side, we have a beautiful view of downtown Miami. También tenemos la vista hermosa de downtown de Miami a nuestra mano izquierda. This beautiful white round building on the left, that will be the Miami Arena, the home of the Miami Heat. También tenemos este edificio blanco redondo a la mano izquierda, es el Miami Arena, la casa de los Miami Heat. Also on the left, we have the Museum of Science. También tenemos el Museo de Ciencia. Right in front of us, we have the Metro Mover. También tenemos el tren Metro Mover. This area, you're always going to be seeing something new. Aquí tenemos el área de arte, el área de Wingwood, muy bonita. Tenemos pintura promedio de 10 millas completa. Tenemos pintores famosos que vienen de alrededor del mundo a pintar en estas paredes. También la pintura cada 2 o 3 meses son reemplazadas. Also on the right hand side, we have Little Haiti. This place is fallen down because of 1980, when we had the big immigration from Haiti, they all concentrated themselves in this area. We also have Little Havana, a Cuban town, Puerto Rican town, and yes, Dominican town. Aquí tenemos a la mano derecha la pequeña. Y Casino Hard Rock. The state of Florida is flat like a pancake. We don't have any type of mountains. We only have about 40 feet above sea level. La Florida es completamente plana, no tenemos ningún tipo de montañas. Solamente estamos como 14 pies por encima del nivel del mar. If you open a hole in the ground, look about 3 feet, you find water. Si abre un hoyo en la tierra como 3 pies, ya encuentran agua.
There's a guy. No, where used to go?
Alright guys, so we're right here in the Sandgrounds. We're going to be parking load number 3, blue collar. Load number 3, blue collar. The departure time is going to be 4:45. That will be only for the people that are going to be staying here in the Sandgrounds Mall. Ya estamos aquí en el mall. Vamos a estar parando en la puerta número 3, color azul, puerta 3, color azul, hora de recogida 4.
What is this place?
Alright guys,
A mall?
this is your stop for the Sandgrass. Esta es su parada para el Sandgrass. The Sandgrass Mall.
This is all the Everglades out there. Oh, that couple gets their own cruise. Oh, that couple gets their own cruise. Where's the best seat? In the front or the back?
You want to sit in the front? Go ahead.
Okay.
You can't put all of you.
I'm sitting in the front. He said it's a good seat up here.
Move this way. Come on over. Don't be scared. It's all right there.
All right.
I need to create a little balance
Okay.
for the boat to operate properly.
You're the boss.
All right, here we go. Rear one of over 300 different species of birds in the Glades. This is one of the more impressive. They wade around in the marsh and eat fish, frogs, snakes, and even swallow a baby alligator. That long, skinny neck will stretch out the size of a fist, maybe a woman's fist, depending. And it's amazing what they can swallow. All right, it's pretty impressive. What they do is they grab hold of something and throw it up on the bank, and they peck it until it's half dead. Then they swallow it. Like a fish, they'll swallow it head first so that the fins don't get stuck in their throat. Yo, you can stand up if you want.
Oh no, we're standing up.
That's a pretty good sized gator.
Look at the gator, yes it is.
7 or 8 feet long.
You see it?
What happens if you fall in?
Jeez.
Surprise.
Hurry up and pull me back.
Not much?
Gators have a natural fear of people.
Okay.
Full-size people. Now, if you take people like back here in the last row,
She laughed.
the smaller the people, the more vulnerable. They have a natural fear of full-size regular adults. So, if the boat sinks, all you got to do is stand up. It's only about 3 feet deep out here, and we can walk home, and the gators aren't going to get you. Unless they're protecting something or feel threatened.
Oh, there he is.
Pretty good show here.
He's coming for us. He's coming for us.
Okay, exactly. He's looking at
Stand
somebody.
up, move around
one
if
of
you
y'all?
need to.
He's coming for the little one.
Coming over here, Claire.
Keep your hands in the boat.
Yeah, keep your hands.
You might be wondering, where's the rest of them? Where's all the alligators? Well, they don't come in groups. There's no famine. So if you came out here expecting a swirling pond of reptiles, you got to go see a James Bond movie.
Okay.
Gators don't seem to pal around much together.
So is he just coming?
Well, here he comes.
Is he just coming to look to check us out?
Can they jump? Can they jump? Just don't reach your hand out.
He is following us. Somebody been beat. Supposed to move to make flashes. Somebody been beat.
They can be hard to find because they're cold-blooded.
Yeah.
The weather is foul, rough weather. They're down in the mud or back in the grass, out of the wind, rain, the cold, the clouds. They need heat. If they can't get the heat and get their body temperature just right, they want to conserve heat.
Yes, ma'am.
I think they're all Republicans, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
They stay down in the mud and hold on to that heat. And when it's cold, it's so don't go gator watching when it's cold, windy, rainy, or cloudy. All right?
All right.
That's good.
Again. Hi.
Snakes and alligators, baby gator predators will be down that way. Mask will be required. Alligator.
Okay.
This beautiful animal is like about 13 feet long.
Get up on the table, sir. This animal don't belong here in the Everglades, so how we have to know all over. Reason why is because somebody had a little pet. They released it in the wild. Now we have an issue.
Oh. Boa constrictor.
She's honestly a sweetheart. She's not bad. The problem is in media, fear is very entertaining. Thinks that's the number one thing you're gonna see. But honestly, we can go in there with her. We can work with her. You always want to treat an animal for what it is rather than what you want it to be. So although I trust her, I don't think she's gonna kill me. We always do it with 2 people at a time.
Yes, I got you today.
You got him?
I got it today. Look at that. It's just boasting, man.
That's invasive species too, right?
Yes. She's from Argentina.
Okay.
No, she's one of her kind. Same thing happened.
Yeah.
Somebody released it here in the wild.
Yeah.
And she was lucky enough that we were able to capture her. Otherwise, she would be gator food.
Yeah.
As long as you're over 3 feet tall and you're not hammered. In a single night, you'll never be able to find him. Literally, you gotta find him crossing the road. I've only found about 3 of them out there, and the ones I found were between 5 and 9 feet long. And it's bad because they're turning like everything on its head out here. They're eating all the prey items for alligators. They're competing with other animals for the prey items and causing severe issues. But it is really unfortunate for what's going on with them because we're saying like the snakes are evil, but the truth is we brought them here in the first place. And where they're actually native to, where they're actually from, they're starting to become endangered because they're being targeted for the leather trade and for meat. So the Florida Everglades would be the last place you can actually find Burmese pythons. This park's been here about 35 years. I've only been here about 2.
Oh.
Look at the one in the other side. You left.
Oh, that's the big one.
That's a big boy right there.
Yeah.
That is a big boy.
Yeah, he is by far the largest alligator that we have, and truthfully, he's probably the largest one you guys will ever see in person. Not all of them can get this big. This is a good combination of genetics, time, food, and exercise. The problem is if you feed him too much, like you feed him too well, he doesn't exercise enough, he's just going to get fat. So you have to balance how much he has moving around with how much he's taking in. So we do keep these guys on pretty strict diets. Now, this big one, he's been in captivity all of his life. He actually came here because his last home is no longer here. There's an alligator farm that went out of business in the 70s. So he's been here for the entirety of the park. He's been here for 35 years. He spent the first 30-ish years of his life over at that alligator farm, and the truth is, they really had no idea what they were doing. They kind of thought, I have a big male alligator. This is a financial opportunity for me to create an alligator farm. So I'm going to get a bunch of girls. I'm going to give them to the big boy. He's going to make a bunch of babies, and I can sell them. And they started to throw females in his cage. Now, throwing a female alligator into a male's territory is the physical equivalent of a bunch of girls breaking into a guy's house and trying to make a baby with him. It did not work out. His name is Cannibal. He did eat all of his girlfriends.
Oh.
Now, we introduced these two properly. They've been together for about 10 years now.
That's a female?
That's his little girlfriend, yeah.
He didn't eat her yet?
No, he seems to like her. She's a spicy girl, so she pushes him around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name's Crystal. Yeah, Crystal's originally caught from West Palm Beach. She was a nuisance alligator that people had been feeding. The problem is that these animals are incredibly intelligent and they have a very good sense of memory. And out there in the wild, you're focusing on eating and not being eaten. So if they go into an area where there's humans, they don't have to worry about any other alligators typically. It's relieved of the pressure of any predators in the area because we scare most things away. And once they go in there and people start throwing food at them, they realize I didn't spend any energy and the food came to me when I saw these things, and that's humans. So they begin to approach every human that they see expecting food.
Yep.
And the bigger problem is that we're the most social creature that there is on this planet. We think if an alligator is approaching us, it's doing it on a social interaction, and they're coming over to be our friends. And then we think if that's not the case, that if we give them food, we'll even convince them even more to be our friends. But the problem is they're just expecting food, they're coming in for a free handout, and every once in a while they do get confused and take the hand. But they should not be punished for it, because they are just being animals, and they are just being very intelligent at that. Yeah, if we never fed alligators, even one as big as he is wants nothing to do with us. We're an unnecessary risk. We have this concept that animals in the wild will attack us just because that's how they're wired, but the truth is it's never the case. There's always a reason for this happening. With a female alligator, if she's going to attack you, it's usually because you're near the nest. And she's not really trying to attack you, she's trying to chase you away. But the problem is we're not very nimble, and we tend to trip and fall, and, that happens. But yeah, one that's getting fed, they're going to come in expecting food. So say if one approaches you like she just did in the wild, do not hang out, because they're going to expect food, and they may get frustrated, and you might end up losing a couple fingers or a foot. That's why I have a stick here right now, because although I trust that she's not going to attack me, I always have to operate with respect of what she's capable of. They can swim 25 miles an hour. She can launch out of the water at 35 miles an hour. And a full-grown crocodilian can bite down at about 3,000 pounds per square inch. The equivalent weight of a car being dropped on teeth. So it's not really that he's ripping my leg off. He's just biting on it so hard that it's just snapping right off. Yeah, so I'm not going to be going swimming anytime today. Sorry. Now, Crystal's from the wild, so she does actually have many skills that she's adapted to while she grew up. Just like humans, they're going to get used to the world that they were grown up in, and they kind of get set in their ways. So she will actually hunt possums, raccoons, iguanas, turtles, anything that comes in the cage. The old man's gotten free delivery all of his life. He doesn't do anything. He won't even come to the surface unless I have a whole bucket full of food.
Wow.
And as you can see, he doesn't really need it.
He's spoiled.
He's a very spoiled old man. Yeah, so this is a large female, as it goes for alligator standards. Female's like the biggest one you're ever going to see is around 8 or 9 feet. There was a tale of a record of one that was 12 feet long, but if it's not in the picture, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Because with animals, people like to make stuff up because it's very like grandiose and they try to make it seem cool.
Yeah.
So right now, he's 13 feet and 800 pounds. He's definitely the biggest one I've ever worked with. There have been tales of ones back in the day, like in the 17 and 1800s, that were well over 18 feet long, even closer to 20 feet long. But the truth is, people loved to lie back then. So the standing record at this point, like the actual modern time record, is 16 feet 4 inches, which is only 3 feet longer than he is at this point. And these animals do possess something known as indeterminate growth. And indeterminate growth means that we do not understand it.
Oh, there's a turtle in there too.
It'll be like about 9 too.
Oh, he's got one.
Huh?
So this little guy is a year and a half old. There's a very common question that we get out here. Does he bite? Yes, he is an alligator. They're very good at it. So I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool with them. If you look inside of the mouth, they have 80 teeth total, 40 on top, 40 on the bottom. If you see the mouth, the back of the mouth is actually sealed shut. We call that the palatal valve. What that actually does is prevent any water from going into the lungs so they can open up their mouths underwater. Once they do want to eat something, they'll actually lower that valve at will. A cool thing that these animals can do is be the most vocal reptile that there is. What they'll do is they won't use any vocal cords, believe it or not. They'll use that valve and they'll push air out of their lungs. Using the strength of that valve, they'll actually create a sound that travels over 2 miles.
Wow.
And that sound is called a bellow. It honestly sounds just like the airboats. That's why these guys aren't really bothered by hearing the airboats. Yeah, so when we are petting him today, it's going to be nowhere near the head because that's where the magic happens. It's going to be down the back and down the tail. You can touch his belly if you'd like. You can touch his cute little foot. Once you are done, I got hand sanitizer on each end and in the middle right here for you guys. And again, we are a rescue facility. Any donations are appreciated. Whatever this little guy can earn takes care of everybody else. Goes right in the alligator's mouth right there. Take as many pictures as you want. If you guys have any questions while we're doing this, ask away. You look ready. Go for it. Don't be afraid. Oh, watch out, you're walking around and you post. Oh, sorry. Just a tail. If anybody gets bit, it'll be me, so just be funny. Give him a little high five.
Okay. Touch him.
That's good instinct.
She's like, I'm in the spotlight. So I can do this.
Is that cool?
Want to try now?
So if anybody would like to have a picture, just stand right next to the gentleman, and I'll be more than happy to take a picture for you. Have anybody to help you out?
Hey, if he bites you, how much would it hurt?
If he gets you on the hand, it's going right down to the bone.
Oh,
But it's not that he's insanely powerful. We're incredibly squishy compared to everything else out there.
okay.
Yeah, I see them biting each other left and right, not leaving a single scratch in each other, doing stuff that make us need stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you start working with animals, you realize how weirdly evolved we are. We're not fighters.
No.
Nice and soft. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Very soft.
You look like a fishing guide.
Huh?
You look like a fishing guide. Are you?
No,
No?
just fish tournament, that's all.
Oh, okay. 'Cause you got everything. It looks beautiful.
Thanks. Getting ready to sell it in about 3 months.
Are you?
Yep.
How much does something like this cost?
Brand new? Right
Yeah.
now, probably about 60, 65.
6,500 or 65,000? 1,000. Oh, okay. Wow, that's over my price range.
And that's cheap.
Okay.